Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. Right guys, just a little bit of a monthly shout out. I tend to do it around about the 10th, once everyone's like Patreons and things have kind of reset. Just want to give a bit of a shout out to the people still on this board. I do appreciate another month's support with the videos, guys. So thank you very, very much. Right, as you can see, we have moved into November 2. Now this could be a good day, because in the last episode we were very close. 589 litres. We are 11 litres away from a fabric. That's mint. That's awesome. It's yes. Do you know what I mean? Yes, please. Let's go. Let's send our Ford off to go and do that contract while we're here, actually. So now I have had a couple of comments. People are talking to me about the possibility of giving me some options about like leasing a production. I have kind of shot some of the suggestions down. I'm looking for my plow and I feel like I've already driven past it. I already have, like an idiot. It's not that I'm trying to shoot like any suggestions down, guys. I get the leasing of a production is a good idea. Our problem is we don't have that much grain, and possibly I think he said he was £900 a day to lease. That would blow pretty much all our income. We'd be better off just selling the grain as it is. Now, if we were to, for example, buy that windmill, it wouldn't be as bad because we'd actually own the windmill. If we buy it now and we put all our grain in it, our grain would pretty much we wouldn't make any money from it this year, but we would next year. And that's kind of what I was just kind of looking at. I feel like I would want to do it that way if I did it that way, and we don't have enough money for that one. Yes, we don't have enough money for any of them right now, which is another reason why. What? I know my petrol tank works. Oh, it is. It's just super slow. I forget how slow the realistic mod is. I might have to look at maybe removing the realistic fuel mod. Now, I personally really do like using it. It just takes forever to fill up a tank of fuel. But there's enough fuel in there now to do this contract, and this contract will help cover what I feel like could be a production. Because we can also put the production in and fill it full of grain so that we are starting to basically make money straight away. That's kind of the idea with this, and yeah, I just think it's worth doing, to be honest. We'll do 2 headlands, we'll do that, we'll start in the middle, we'll do that, and we'll do that. Off you go. How many have we got over here? We need a couple of £1,000 quite quickly. We got one. No, so that's not going to be that much in income. I'm just trying to figure out where we can quickly, and I mean super quickly, get some income. We've got nothing here at all. But yeah, we are a little bit right now like, we could sell the couple of straw bales. That would help. I tell you what, let's do that. There's not many. There's 6 bales there. Let's do that. Let's get rid of these. This is to get this production in, and I think overall it's going to be worth it. It's not the biggest production in the world. It's not going to be like, oh, you know, we're going to make millions from it. It's not that kind of production. It's got to be just cheap enough to run on this kind of series, because like I say, we start small. Now, field-wise, when you're talking about the number of fields we own, we actually haven't grown any on the farm. I think we might have actually shrunk, but the field sizes is what's grown. If you remember, we had our old wheat and barley field. Tiny, absolutely tiny. Now we have a massive field on the end. Now we're just waiting obviously for the soybean season for that one, so we can get that planted in. But yeah, to give you an idea, you know, our farm is still relatively small in field numbers, but the fields themselves have massively grown in acre size. So well, 2 of them have, I think. Our grass field's definitely worth more than the old one, and you know, we do have the new one on the end. Like I say, now that's another reason why I just wanted to bring in a little bit of income. And I've just noticed there is some items in the shop. What have we got in the shop today? I would love that. I would love that. We don't need that. It's not enough power. We don't need that. We don't need... That would be nice. Don't get me wrong. That would be absolutely lovely, but you've no chance. So yeah, everything we've got in there today is not very usable. It's not very friendly for us to be able to purchase. So we'll sell the 6 bales. That's going to give us a little bit of money. Now we're talking peanuts in comparison to what we could be doing. We need to be honest, we need about 10 grand. The ploughing contract will cover it, but we also need to have enough money in the bank to cover a fee for the tractor, hence why that is currently out doing a job. £2,500, so that almost covers the tractor fee, almost. Now we do have the option to possibly rent a large tanker and sell some slurry. That's possible, but I would like to try and get that slurry on the ground, to be honest. Yeah, to be honest, that's exactly what I want to do with that. So we've got to figure out what maybe other contract we can do that's going to help us just quickly get a little bit of money in, because I really want to get this contract, this production in. I really do. Just bear with me. I want to put the trailer somewhere, but I don't want to put it where that production's going to end up going, because otherwise I'm just going to end up being in the way. So we're going to go down here with this trailer. Yeah, we definitely need to get something. I was hoping, I was praying to the farming lords that this fabric would have been available. This fabric is going to be worth 6. It's not a great price, to be honest. We would be better waiting to sell it, but we need to get it up and running, really. Our next issue then is we need to maybe run down to the dairy. Like, this is going to be kind of one of those winter episodes where, yeah, we've got quite a bit of buffalo milk in there. Wow, we've got quite a bit of milk over there. I think we're better off taking that. I was trying to wait till December 1, and December 1 will be the best way to do this. But if I wait until December 1, guys, I will not have the space for the standard milk. Remember, these tankers are only 3,000, and, well, long story short, that is already within that kind of limit. 2,400 already. And buffalo milk in there. Now this will produce something. Not quickly, but it will help. We're kind of procrastinating at the moment, while we just get this done. But yeah, if we go drop this off, like I say, I really need another contract. It wouldn't be too bad if I had another plough. If I had another plough, I could help plough this contract. I could start on the headlands, put a worker working on the inside, and then we plough from the outside in, and meet in the middle kind of thing. That would have been a brilliant idea. Yeah, we need to get a slurry tanker as well. We do have to buy one of them, because I'm sick of wasting so much money on fertilizer when our free slurry can do a job. Also, free slurry means we can do fertilizing contracts. We cannot do a fertilizing contract if we are not using slurry or manure. We don't have manure, so we have to use a slurry. And we can't use a slurry because we don't have a tanker. And I have been talking now for about an in-game year about getting a slurry tanker. But if I buy a slurry tanker today, I can't by the production, and I really want to get the production in. I really, really, really want to get the production in today so we can start getting some grain in there and we can start making some pallets and we can get those pallets sold. It's always foggy by this dairy. Very mystical. Very spooky. Very spooky. And once again, we're going to empty that. Wow, that is absolutely mint. Look at that. But that's why we couldn't wait till the next month, guys, to get rid of the milk. We'd have been doing 2 trips otherwise. And the dairy is, it's not bad actually. Buffalo milk's the closest, but unfortunately bottled buffalo milk doesn't run many cycles. 144, I'm going to presume. Maybe quarter of a pallet. Yeah, all these are a little bit too not enough at the moment. So yeah, 24,458. Now we could technically buy the American style windmill. I do believe the American ones are slightly cheaper, but I kind of want to. I have been looking at a couple of American maps lately, and I don't want to say I'm happy that, you know, I've always got the same problem playing on an American map, and that is, I don't really, I just think they're too big and open, and no, I know it's a personal issue, I know it's like a personal preference, but I just really don't seem to get on with them. But I have found one that I've kind of taken my fancy, and I'm not going to name any names or out like that until, you know, cause I don't want to say, oh yeah, we're going to do this, and then, you know, we don't do it. But yeah, I would rather use the American little windmill on the American map, if that comes. That's kind of why I'm, you know, we need to spend that a little bit more and get on there. Now, I am very tempted. We do have nearly a full pallet of eggs. Now, it's not a full pallet of eggs, and I do believe that might be a good time to sell eggs. Now, again, we're currently looking for about £3,000 to £4,000. And that's without this contract. This contract will basically cover next month's tractor fee. But we're trying to ignore that one. I don't feel like we're going to get much done in this episode. It's going to be maybe one of those episodes that's a little bit on the slower pace side. But this is kind of one of those farm day episodes. Now, there is some pallets of seed there, guys. We could possibly sell pallets of seed. They were given to us at the start of this series. It's not something I'd like to do, but I'm just thinking right now yeah, it might be worth it. I've just done the wrong one. I suppose the question is, let me just turn that off so we're not wasting diesel. Can we sell the seed? We can sell the seed, but it goes all the way. It is all the way, that's all the way at the top of the map. Okay. Yeah, that's. Oh no, we've got £1,800 worth of seed. It's only 588. Although if you go up there, they will possibly pay 1,855. So it's not really worth selling the seed. I'm in a bit of a pickle here because I really want to get this production in. I really don't want to borrow any money. Now, like I say, we do have a couple of 1,000 litres of see, we do have them. We are almost out of water as well, guys, so we are going to have to get on with that. Reproduction's on the way. Puberty's nearly there. Chicken's there, mash. Right, so we are going to have to go back to getting into this. We need to give the sheep some water. If they stop producing wool, our farm will not survive. Our farm is currently surviving on the income from the wool. Right, we do have. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Sorry, I completely forgot. This is my problem. Always forgetting eggs. Eggs right now are a brilliant price. Now, it's not technically a full pallet. That might be the couple of £1,000 we are missing. Let's see if we can get this in and get those sold. We're not going to go to the best price, I don't think. I don't remember what businesses are the ones for that, but we'll basically go to the one just round the corner from us. It's quicker to sell those there. Yeah, this is going to be one of those episodes, I'm afraid, where we are just trying to get the farm above water. I'm trying to expand the business without having the business income, and I really don't want to sell the grain. I know someone's gonna be like, yeah, but you could just sell some grain. Honestly, I agree, we could, but then we'd have less grain to put in our windmill, and then we'd make less money this year. So we're trying to get to that stage right now of what's best for us as a farm. And I do genuinely believe that this windmill is the way to go. I'm just wondering, actually. I think I might have just come the wrong way. Yes, I wanted to be the other side of that field. Right, I'm going to have to drive up this gap here. The worker is using the default AI system. He is doing a wonderful job on this ploughing contract as well, and he's 44% through. Like, for me, we're halfway through like recording time. We haven't done overly much, but this is what winter's all about, especially at the moment with us not having, you know, I could have skipped to December 1. We'd have even less money. Granted, we'd have more wool to sell and probably a pallet of fabric, but yeah, I wish there was somewhere closer to sell wool. That's the only reason I've not sold the wool. Because in order for us to go all the way to the wool sell point would pretty much almost be the end of the episode. Right, there is a little bit more. I could technically do with another run for the sheep. Yeah, another run would pretty much fill that. That's kind of what we do. But I'm not going to do that right now. That can be something I can do in between recordings. It's only water in the sheep pen. Like, maybe what we need to be doing is loading the pallet of wool, and maybe in the next episode I'll start the episode as we're at that sell point. You can only see me come down and we can kind of crack on. Yeah, right now I'm racking my brain of what we can tell. I've sold the straw bales. I was going to try and use the straw bales, if you remember from a video, I think Monday's video. No, Monday's video too. One of them. You'll have to forgive me because, like I say, I'm a little bit to pot with my days at the moment. I kind of messed up there, didn't I? I'm going to have to leave the farm to come back in the other way. I always like to come in the other way, guys. I find it easier to get into the farm this way. Yeah, that pallet of eggs there could be about £2,000. Could be. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it could be. Let me just drop that off there like that. There we go. Right, where's the Massey Ferguson? The Massey is here. This is my biggest problem with this egg. You know what? I am just gonna make life a little bit easier. Some people are not gonna like that I've just done that, but I don't have a skid steer, guys. I really don't have a skid steer. I don't think we're gonna be able to get a skid steer unless one comes up for pretty much free. Yeah, we've got nearly a whole pallet. Well, this is at least £2,000. At least £2,000. Oh, the Massey Ferguson also needs some fuel, and our fuel tank is nearly out as well. Oh, this is just, yeah. We need to buy this production. We need to buy this. We need diesel. We just. There's just so much we need to get, and I just don't have the finances right this second. That definitely goes in. 2,289 pound. That is what I was talking about. That should, I'm hoping that's going to be enough. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. I really hope it is. If we can get this production in today, we can get this production up and running as we go into December in the next episode, we might have something already. You know, that they are slightly overpowered for the grain, but the quicker it goes through the grain, the less grain we'll have anyway. You know what I mean? We can only process the grain we have. If it does it in a year or it does it in a month, it doesn't really matter. You know, we can't magic grain to fit into it. So while that's going on there, £23,000 for the old grain mod. So that's the one we're going to go with. I think we're going to go with it that way because that just makes it a bit easier. I do just want to put it a little bit in, so we've got turning room, but not far enough that it's going to kind of hinder us. We're going to put that there. There we go. That is in. That's still increasing. We have got our windmill. £3,600 left. We can basically come down here, pull up to here, drop the little trailer worth into there, and away we go. So that's what we're going to do in a minute. Have we just run out of diesel? And we've just run out of diesel. So we need to get maybe... Let's buy 1,000 litres. We shouldn't need another 1,000 litres of diesel on this farm. Let's leave that running like that. But we now have a grain, something to do with our grain. And do you know what? I think that just looks absolutely brilliant. I am loving that. I am just going to take a quick screenshot because, well, if you don't know already, that's going to be the thumbnail. If you haven't noticed, or you're one of them people who doesn't look at the thumbnail, that's fine. I'm just, yeah. Let's get this into here. The only thing I'm not going to put in there, guys, is I'm not going to put the wheat in because we need the wheat for the chicken. Although we could maybe put some wheat in. Right, let's straighten that up there because I really misjudged that turn there. Right. Here we go. I am looking forward to this. We have another production and it is on the farm. I am loving this. So we are going to go like that. We are going to put 8,000 litres of barley in. We are going to start making some flour. 8,012 litres. I could really do with a little... I want to put parsnips or beetroot into there. But I'm also kind of realising that, you know, that might not be... Ooh, this is not that... Oh, we don't have much space here. That's very tight. Okay, that could be an issue. Right, what other grain have we got in our farm? I don't even... Right, let's get the barley on instantly. We are not wasting any time with this. We're going to make barley flour. Activate. We're going to make... Ooh. Oh, flour, olive. Right. Oh. Right. Oh, are we gonna... Have we got canola? Right, so we're not going to be making 2 lots of flour. We're going to be making an oil. Nice. I feel like we need a little track down here. Now, I know that building there does technically have a track in it, but it's a little bit on the tight angles. What else have we got? Oh, we've got 18. Wow, we are going to make some canola oil. That is not going to all fit in there at once. Yes. We are going to make some money now. I am. Yes. Yes, the farm is going to grow. Oh, I am looking forward to this one. This has been a long time coming. Now, I know it is technically a cheaper production. This is going to help the farm grow. We bought the proper dairy. While that's dropping in there, let's get this canola oil up and running. And canola oil is activated. Wow, we are gonna make some stuff out of this. This is brilliant. That's just trying to make sure. I hope I haven't placed that in the wrong place. Right, 3,000 litres of canola oil left to bring. Oh, I can't believe this. We've got it in. That's going to help tick the farm over. There we go. 3,900, so it's nearly 4,000 litres of canola oil. This is good. This is very, very, very good indeed, and I am very, very looking forward to this. The income we should get from this should be a game changer for the little farm. We've been on this map quite a while now, and the fact that we've kind of struggled financially makes this worth it. There we go. I'm just curious how quickly. 95 litres of flour already, 15 litres of canola oil already. Yeah, oh my god, yes, yes, oh yes, I'm ecstatic. What we need now is a greenhouse to just make some extra. There she is, guys, there she is. We have a pallet. Oh my god, we have a pallet of wool. And as you can see, guys, it has spawned perfectly this time. My farm's in a really, really big mess at the moment. What we're doing here, 125 litres. I tell you what, the flour's a lot quicker. The flour makes 480 cycles a month. The canola oil makes 3,600. Oh, hang on. 2 into 1. So if we've got 18,000 litres, let's just call it 19,000 just for working out. We're going to lose half. We're going to get about 9,000 litres worth of canola oil in pallet form. Wow. Barley, we are 32. Oh, that's a bit more. That's a bit more on the mathematical side of things. We might get a couple of pallets out of that one. But the canola oil. So let's have a look at canola oil. Where, well, we don't have it yet, do we? That's the problem. We shoot down here to the productions. Canola oil is worth £3,500. How much is canola worth? 1,300. Yeah, so we're gonna make an extra £1,000 basically. What? I will turn the lights on. I think that's gonna look very cool. I'm ecstatic with this. Now I could technically put a little bit of wheat in here, but I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. 5 wheat to 4 flour. Do you know what? We've got to keep a little bit of wheat. We don't have enough wheat to survive a year. Like, we ran out of wheat again, and we ran out of wheat. I could technically put 3,000 litres of wheat in there. If I put 3,000 litres of wheat, we could get another couple of pallets of flour. But I'm not doing wheat this year, am I? If you remember, we're not doing wheat this year. I do believe we're doing... I think we're doing soybeans. Are we doing soybeans? I've got to look now because we need to make our production useful. Sorghum, olive oil, sunflower oil, sorghum. But if you notice, guys, we cannot do... yeah, we cannot do that. I was thinking of doing soybeans this year. That is not going to work. We need to put sorghum in. We've got to put sorghum in. Sorghum is the way to go. But as you can see, that is... Oh, there's some new items in the shop. No. Really? Really? You're gonna do me like that? I don't have enough money to buy it. No, wait, let me go down to slurry tankers. Let me go down to slurry tankers. Did the shop just screw us? You have to forgive me. I can never find where I need to be in this on this menu. There it is. So it is the best price tanker you can buy. It's not got a great working width or a big capacity, so we'd have more trips to do than say that one. But it's a fraction of the price. I'm tempted because this is going to be the end of the episode now because we've kind of hit that time. This couldn't have been worse. It's going to cost us about £4,500 to pay for the monthly fee. We've got 4,500. So 4,500. Let me just have a look. So we've got, let's call that 7,000. I'm trying to rough work out 7,000. We're going to get 4,500. So that's going to be about, it's going to be between 11 and 12,000 pound if I buy that and the daily fee. That's the problem. This contract's worth 9 grand. There's not enough money in the bank. I really want to get that tanker. That tanker couldn't have come up. I can't believe that tanker couldn't have come up at a worse time. So this really does screw us. I'm trying to just have a quick look now if there is any super duper quick contract we could do right now in a time lapse just to make some extra money. We can't do fertilizing, that's the whole point of it. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do hoeing because it still does not work properly. We can't do liming because we don't have the money to buy it. Mowing contracts would be one of the cheapest ones we could do. 91's a small contract. 3 grand, 2 grand, but that's traveling to it. There is another ploughing contract, but that... Why wasn't that ploughing contract that earlier? No, I don't know actually, guys. I think it might be time to sell the fabric. We're going to lose about £3,000 on the fabric, but it is going to open us up to using 100,000 litres of slurry, which is going to reduce our cost on fertilizer. It's going to give us the option to do some fertilizing contracts on smaller fields. Yeah, I'm really torn now. I am really torn. That's really annoyed me. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna have a think about it off recording. I'll probably make a decision off recording, and you know, stay tuned for the next episode to see what I have decided. I'm just very sad right now. I'm very sad. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I do like these kind of episodes where they are farm based rather than all about the work. You know what I mean? It was all about, you know, getting the productions and, well, look at it. We have an awesome new production and it's going to earn us an absolute fortune. But as I say, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.